All right, Shalom. Call on y'all about Shem Sure. I just wanted to go in on this other topic. Why it's on my mind heavy, on my spirit heavy. Got this one guy that make videos that bring out stuff. This guy Dabo77 bring out a lot of new stuff. A lot of stuff they put on RT News, other news outlets. Then they take it down to, so you gotta get to it kind of quick, especially now. But recently, I just had Russian bombers buzz North American coastline. So that's war stuff going on. Now, of course, ain't nothing serious pop off yet, but it's coming though for the people to be like, oh. And before I get heavy into it, let me turn this down. Let me pause this. Before I get heavy into it, these planes are capable of carrying nukes. So all it takes is for one of them just to slide around real quick and set something off. And you got the stuff going on in Venezuela. And that's going to draw out these major nations because of the resources down there, oil, gold, other crops they might have down there. So let me let this play real quick. Let me see what he said. He said something about what?
Russia sending a pair of Russian supersonic nuclear-capable bombers.
Nuclear-capable bombers, for the people that say nukes ain't biblical.
North America, forcing America and Canada to scramble fighter jets to go and intercept them. They're saying that these two Russian Tu-160 Blackjack bombers remained in international airspace, but they skimmed right up next to the line, and they were escorted by these aircraft as they caught up with them. Now, this was all put out from NORAD, and they're saying that U.S. jets took off from an Air Force base in Alaska. They're saying that
when you look at the map and see where Alaska is by Russia, they literally like, just say you want to look at the Florida Keys going towards Cuba or something. That's how close it is.
The Russian bomber flight near North America is the first known of this year, coincides with the visit of NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg to Washington.
All right, I ain't going to go too much into that. I just want to go look at some more videos on here about this stuff that's going on. I'm going to pull out some scriptures here. China flaunts a new supersonic missile that could reach U.S. territory. Now, why all these places, why all these countries coming against the U.S. for some reason? But people saying the nuke's not biblical though.
For me, Grammarly is akin to a writing system.
It's our editor on site.
It's a sidekick that's just there to tell me, like, hey,
With China.
All right, before this play, let me read this one scripture. It's in the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 10. It says, "Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." And that's what you see right here. Got nation going against nation, kingdom against kingdom. That's all you see in the news. You have some people that be scared to watch the news and shit. You better watch that shit so when you wake up, you know what's going on. You won't be sitting out here looking stupid. Wait, some people like to look stupid though.
Has launched this new supersonic nuclear missile that they say could reach the U.S. territory and sink moving aircraft carriers if they so choose to do so. They're saying this nuclear-capable DF-26 missile is said to be China.
Nuclear, it's all nuke talk. They ain't talking about the Moab. They ain't talking about the atomic. They ain't talking about the carpet bomb and none of that bullshit. They talking about this nuke shit.
And its top weapon against the U.S. Now, I'm not so sure I agree with that, because the top weapons are going to be highly classified, and you're talking 10, 20, 30 years in advance of what the public even knows. Now, this is said to have a special design that would make this more difficult to intercept. They're saying that China just put out this footage of this supersonic missile, this Dongfang 26, and they're saying that it could hit areas like Guam. And in the video that they put out, they show that this thing has these fins and other characteristics that they've added to it that make for controlling it, I guess, that much more easier for them. But it doesn't seem anything super state-of-the-art, especially after they were talking about these hypersonic missiles. Now, if this thing isn't maneuvering or moving as fast as the hypersonic missiles, then this isn't even badder than them. but yet they've yet to demonstrate or show any video evidence or anything.
See, that's what people going off of. I ain't gonna play too much of that because he finna go out. Cause yeah, some people they bring out information, but they still want Babylon to go on. Like they ain't tired of this nonsense. I be talking to people on the norm, just on some random shit sometimes. They might ask me how I'm doing, and I say yeah, another day in Babylon, just to see what type of reaction they say. And then they go in about how they tired of this place. So the people that be acting like, oh yeah, what's your next 10-year plan, 20-year plans and all that? Hey, they gonna have a rude awakening once them notifications go off on them cell phones that they've been sending out, they testing. That this is not a test bullshit. Well, that shit gonna happen for real. That's why they did that. Well, people were asleep and they weren't paying no attention. So hold on, let me click on this real quick.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use Wikibuy. It's a browser extension that automatically compares Amazon's prices with other sellers.
John Bolton has made no secret of how he feels and how the administration feels in terms of what's going on in Venezuela. Now, some may be blinded by the light, so to speak, because of the way that some officials, even maybe how Pence put the whole thing out there. They didn't get straight to the point of exactly why the United States has such an interest in this region.
And just like every other region, the resources, oil, gold, drugs, whatever other shit they can go find out. Sure, they so sick, they go there for organs. They see the people be poor. Don't nobody really care about them like that, so they go in, do their little sweeps, harvest organs. You never really hear nothing about it unless you do your research.
And it has to do with the fact that Venezuela is the world's largest proven oil reserves. Only a matter of time before we got to this point. We knew it, we've discussed it. It had been brought up in Bilderberg meetings in the past as this area being targeted. And recently there has been the callback of a bunch of gold to Venezuela, and now we're seeing that the Bank of England is pretty much holding it.
Yeah, ain't that something? So that's what these devils do. They play them little games. I'm gonna find this other video real quick. You got another one that popped up recently. Say Russian fighter jet intercepts U.S. spy plane over Baltic Sea. So they spying and doing all type of recon missions. All type of different stuff going on. These nations, they rising up against each other. I'm gonna play this last video and then I'm gonna go on this last scripture and I'm gonna close this out. Cause this was happening right now. This the stuff people should be aware of and be alert of, cause you go outside one day, you look up and see a damn mushroom cloud somewhere or something. Or you hear alerts going off. Earth shaking and shit. You should know why. And this was going on in Venezuela. That's all that's in the atmosphere right now, war stuff. They promoting this, they're gonna be recruiting a lot of people too. In this military shit. Drafting, I should say. Ain't gonna just be recruiting, they doing that draft. See, this was going on in Venezuela though. Got Maduro out here, heavily guarded. You got the U.S. trying to put a fake agent puppet in there. It ain't even just the U.S., it's the elites. They controlling this stuff that's going down. Like the scriptures say, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Now, who is the wicked? Hold up. Let me just type that in and see what could pop up. Who is the wicked rulers of this earth? See, they got all type of other stuff on here now. I gotta go into detail with this one. I see they trying to hide it. It can't be hidden though, because it's quite obvious. All right, so it ain't popping right up. Let me see. I know how to get it. Oh, here go one of them right here. One of the main culprits. This guy. This is where his little buddies at. He got George Soros and all these other devils too. Let me ask a question, a serious question, but a comical question. These people own a daycare. Would you let your kid go to this daycare? That's who's running this shit right now, controlling the strings right now. Because people still whining about Trump. Oh, Trump doing this, Trump doing that. No, he's not. He's taking orders from people like this sitting around these tables. And they tell him, hey, go on TV and go do this. Oh, there go their little buddy right there. This guy. The Toad Man. Now, would you let your kids go to Boy Scout camp with these guys? These some damn devils out here, man. Hey, the Most High knew what he was doing when he set all this up, man. It's plainly obvious. But I'm gonna go back into this and I'm gonna end this off. There's more of them devils I can show too, but I don't want to make a video too long. I just want to do some edification. Well, you got war stuff about to break out in Venezuela. And I'm just going on this scripture right here. It's in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Oh, and speaking of pestilences, you better watch what you fucking eat. Especially if you eating pork. The Most High said don't eat no swine anyway. There's gonna be a lot of pestilences type bacteria and sicknesses coming from certain foods. And ultimately it's gonna be the Most High arranging all that. And time been speeding up too. It's already what, 2019. Seemed like this year just started and people was talking about this New Year bullshit. Here we go, get ready to go into February. So here go another scripture. And in chapter 24 in the book of Matthew it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days are short. And to Wadi Haba Hashem, I was shot for shortening these days. Because me personally, I'm ready to rule again. I'm quite sure as other Akim, they feel the same way too. So call all your Haba Hashem, and shalom to the elect.